Hey everyone, John here, and I am finally back from my day at Barbie Bricks and Beyond. I'm sorry, but I forgot to actually film any footage because I was actually busy talking a lot with other people with dolls, so yeah. But I guess I could just show you what I did purchase. Yeah. Today was kind of a quiet event just because today is Father's Day and there wasn't a lot of people turn up, but I did actually interact with a lot of people and they were really nice and it was really great. Thing is that when I first arrived, I only had two things I really wanted to get. I really wanted to find a fashionista Nikki for my Magic Pegasus Raya doll, but no one had any. Like there was a couple of the LA Tan fashionista bodies, but there was no Tropic Tan bodies at all. So the other thing I was looking for was a new body. The other thing I was looking for was a new outfit for my Savers Fine bubble cut hair vintage Barbie, and I actually did find this really cute number. Yeah. And this dress was made by D Designs, and I'll put a link down to her Etsy shop and her email there. So, yeah, this outfit's really well made. It's very vintage feeling, but it's also really, it's like the shirt's well lined, the top is lined, the fabric choice is amazing, and I really think it suits her. So, yeah. But even though I did not find a fashionista Nikki, this entire bag is what I got today, and it's completely full of dolls. So let me just start from the beginning of the day and I'll work my way through. So yeah. The store vendors that I saw at today's meet was Retro Safari, who I usually buy leftover doll parts and stuff from him, and he actually had like a whole bucket full of kind of 70s, like late 60s, late 70s to late 70s dolls, and they were either marked $2 or $5, and all of these is what I got. Like, I got a free moving Ken. His stomach is very loose, but the rest of him is pretty good, and I got him for $2. But he is missing the very top of his eye paint, so I'm not sure if I'm just gonna try restoring that or if I'm going to repaint it completely. But otherwise, he is in really good condition, aside from like his floppy waist and his missing eyes. But you know, for $2, like I couldn't pass that up. Even though I have like about 8 Malibu Barbies, I actually don't really have any of the other dolls from the Malibu line. So I've always been wanting a Malibu Ken, and he was also he was actually $5, but yeah. He's in really good condition. Like, his paint is really good, and his head isn't too weirdly shrunken, so yeah, everything bends, and yeah. These two skippers, I've actually been wanting another Malibu skipper doll, because my first one, she came bald, and her face was faded, and her eye paint was all gone. So yeah. This one, even though her hair was really dry and frizzy, I did condition it and it is wet right now, but yeah. So I'm pretty happy to finally get a pretty decent one-piece, like, Malibu skipper for my collection. I also, even though I have a big skipper collection, like over there, I always really wanted more mod era skipper dolls, just because I really love mod era paint in general. Like, as you can see, her face is really adorable. Like, her paint hasn't faded and her vinyl's like beautiful, but her torso is just completely faded and her this knee's like broken. Like, yeah. But this one still works, and I think I can make her at least displayable if I paint her torso to match her head again. But yeah, for $2, I could not resist it. I also got this Malibu Francie. Like, her hair is a mess, but otherwise her body is like in pretty good condition, and her face, even though it has faded in a couple parts, I think like a decent reroot and just like rooted eyelashes and, you know, like a pretty good outfit would make her look really pretty again. I also found the 1980s Mattel and Takara Tomy Barbie anime kind of head. So this is like the precursor to Takara Jenny. And I honestly prefer this face to the Jenny face because her nose is a little pointier, her chin is a little more defined, and she honestly has that kind of like 80s shoujo kind of look to her. But the thing is that like she was $2, but her neck was cracked and her head was just like kind of tied on there. So I decided to get her and put her on a live body for now. I may put her on a Obitsu body or like another smaller proportion body, but yeah, it works for now. At another booth, me and my friend Nee, we decided to buy a bunch of dolls from the same person. So two of the dolls that I picked out of the lot was this Generation Girl Chelsea. I think she's the dance party version because her makeup's a little more like that era. And I also got I finally got an MC Squared Adrienne or Ariane doll, and she comes with the molded glove stuff, but I really wanted to check out how the jointed body works. And I originally envisioned this for one of my vintage Francies, but I'm not sure. Like, I might try another head on it, but the body it almost matches the 90s orange tan as well, so. And these were such a good price, like, I was so excited, like, I just could not resist getting them. At another store, there was a huge bucket full of, just like these guys' cast-offs, because he bought them for other things and stuff, so. And one of them was this Disney Store Cinderella doll, which I already removed her head, just because the neck knob is really wide, and it always ends up cracking, no matter how much I heat up the head and stuff, so I'm not going to put the head back on just to show it, but yeah. And I'm very happy that I did get this body, because it has the jointed wrists and stuff. And one of the other dolls that I'm going to show you later, I'm going to put her legs onto this body yeah, I'll explain it later. And I got that one for about $3, so that's pretty good for what I want to do with parts. And then, on a funny kind of side note, one of my classmates in hospitality, he was talking about how he ruined one of his mother's Barbie dolls, and he was really sad about that. And he thought it was going to be really expensive and stuff, but and he said, like, oh, it was a Barbie that could kiss, but her face fell off. And I knew there was only one doll from that kind of era that would have fit that description. And so today, I did find Kissing Barbie. Like, I've already cleaned her up and stuff, because I'm actually thinking of giving her to my classmate, just because she was so cheap, and I felt really bad for her, just, like, laying in that tub of stuff. So I'm just gonna, like, you know. So I cleaned her up, and I put her in, like, this kind of, like, ratty old 80s dress, but I think it kind of really suits the era that she's from. And yeah, hopefully my classmate likes it. If not, you know, I have another doll lying around. Like, after buying all that, I told myself, no, I'm not going to buy any more. I'm not going to get anything else. I just really need a Fashionista Nikki. But Yeah, I was chatting with Retro Safari, aka Storm, and he had a huge box full of old dolls, and yeah. And the thing that he told me was that turns out the Salvation Army actually, when they get donations of certain dolls, instead of like trying to process them and trying to sell them, they just outright throw them out into the trash like that. And it was such a huge waste, like, so, and it's just really heartbreaking hearing that, like, you know, like, really good condition toys, like, you know, that you could give to charities or to give to, like, hospitals and stuff, like, the Salvation Army is just tossing it all out. So, so the seller I was talking to, he said that he arranged a deal with, his local Salvation Army, stores that he asked them to like hold onto the dolls, and then he'll just buy them in a huge chunk like every so often. And so he ended up like accumulating like, and every doll show that I end up going to, he does have like a huge tub of things that like while they're not really valuable, they're still in pretty good condition. So me and him were chatting about that, and that like he made me an offer that I honestly couldn't refuse. Like, I ended up paying $10 for about 40 dolls, and whew, it was a lot of dolls. Like, and the thing is, like, about 10 of them, like, I really wanted to keep just in case. The other 20-ish, they were all kind of like modern blonde dolls that really didn't have much value, but they were still in good condition. And so, and the last 10, I gave them to my friend Nee, so that she could hold on to them and stuff. So, these are the dolls that I got from that pile. So, that I'm trying to hold on to. So, yeah, if you know me, you know I'm not a huge Superstar fan, but these two dolls were in the lot, and they actually pretty stood out to me. I am thinking of just, like, beheading her and just adding her to the head pile that I'm sort of accumulating to send to What If Chris eventually, but yeah, she is pretty nice and in decent condition. And I just felt really bad knowing that she was going to end up in the, like, Salvation Army dumpster, so I held on to her. And then this is, I think, the 1980-something Philippines made My First Barbie. And she has, like, really interesting makeup, and it's, like, really soft and everything as well. And I think I'm just going to send this one to What If Chris as well. Just because, yeah. Otherwise, like, there weren't many other dolls older than the 2000s in the huge bag pile, so I just kind of held on to these two for like Chris's sake, because you know it was such a huge pile of dolls. These two dolls I held on to because they were actually like posable, but they also had the pointed feet, as you can see. Usually most older style articulated bodies, they have like really big flat feet, which was really hard for me to find shoes for. So I always try to hold on to dolls with the pointed toes, because I know that I could at least use them for leg donors, but otherwise, you know, I could always cut off their hands and add wrist joints and stuff. So yeah. But honestly, I really love this generation girl face as well. Like, her eyes are brown, and like her skin tone's kind of tan, and her hair is pretty dark. And there was a huge bald spot here, but I managed to boil her hair down to cover it. And her hair's still a bit wet, but I don't know what to do with this one, just because I know her neck knob's broken, but... There were also these two Stacy dolls, the gymnast Stacy with the fully articulated body, but no wrist joints. And the thing is, like, her hair is, like, pretty pretty good if I just kind of condition and stuff, but I am so tired from, like, working on a lot of dolls today, so, yeah. And I also got, Happy Meal Stacy as well. Her head was, like, jammed onto her body, but I did fish out the neck knob, and her head just, like, put back. and I did boil her head so now it's not like loose and stuff. And yeah, it breaks my heart knowing that like these wouldn't have survived, like, you know, after being donated. So also this I think this is Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen doll, which she isn't in bad condition. She's just, you know, she needs like a bit of TLC for her hair and stuff. But otherwise, I do feel really bad that knowing that this was also going to be thrown out. And yeah, and I do have a sort of soft spot for the Mattel early, just like the early Little Mermaid dolls. Just because I remember being a kid, I really wanted to have one of these, but yeah. Her hair's like messy, but I know I can fix this, and I know I can just clean her up and stuff, so yeah. And also, in this lot was actually like, was this 90s Skipper doll, and for some reason, like, even though I did grow up during the 90s and stuff, like, I never really registered Barbie having any more sisters apart from Kelly and Stacy. Like, I guess I always saw Skipper as more of one of Barbie's friends than her actual sister, so I've always really wanted to have, like, a Skipper doll with this face sculpt, but I never was able to find one. And for some reason, like, even though she's from the 90s, like, her makeup is actually really quite understated, and I'm really hoping that I can find her a better body, but yeah, her neck is completely busted, like, there's huge cracks, and, like, even though I boiled her head to shrink back to its normal state, like, it's not very good. And the thing is, like, this Skipper's hair, like, she had, like, the blah 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 kind of bangs, and her hair was, like, this huge, you know, like, but I was able to boil it down and condition it, like, multiple times, like, pouring water, like, from a height and stuff. And yeah, I think she definitely has rebody potential. I just need to find, like, a suitable body donor for her, essentially. And deep down in that box, I did find a Twilight Saga Wedding Bella doll. And she actually had really weird kind of like lipstick or lip gloss kind of like just smudged into her entire face. But I used rubbing alcohol and just like got rid of all that. And otherwise, like, she is in, like, pretty good condition, aside from the fact that her hair's, like, leaking glue. But, after this video, I'm definitely going to, just fill her head up with talcum powder and just, like, hopefully it just sucks out all the weird, gross stuff. But the thing is, like, I'm really glad that I found this Bella, just because she has, like, jointed legs and it matches the Cinderella body I got. If you can see, Cinderella body does have smaller sockets, but I just need to Dremel out the socket just a bit around this area, drill in the hip sides, and then just string up the legs like that. So then I'll have like a fully articulated body from that. And I think I'm going to put her head onto this body, unless like I do find another made-to-move doll. So yeah. And for some reason, I really wanted to keep this one. It's a like Mycene, like multiple expressions doll. As you can see, she's really creepy looking, like. But the thing is, like, I had found another like weird, like making faces, like kind of Mycene doll, but the other one had like really badly cut hair and her face was kind of torn around the sides. But this one's actually survived pretty well. Like, her hair's really thick, and you know. I like how she just looks permanently angry, like an angry Muppet. So, yeah. So I thought, okay, after all that, there is no way I'm gonna buy any more dolls. But I saw someone selling a Integrity Toys Basic Edition doll, which... And I did offer I did offer to pay for her for $25, which I thought was a pretty decent price for her. And here she is. She has absolutely no articulation, like, aside from the hips, like, torso, neck, and shoulders. But, yeah. I think she has a very kind of Lady Gaga, face. And, yeah. I really love the torso sculpting and stuff, but I'm not sure whether I should, her head onto a made-to-move, body, or if I should try altering her base body to take on more articulated parts, because I really love her torso sculpting and stuff, but, you know, I am becoming a really busy person, so, yeah, whatever is easier is easier. So yeah, that was my entire doll haul today, and I guess I did pretty well. I'm just kind of really overwhelmed right now by all the dolls I have here, but I think I am going to be able to make most of them work for what I need, and I can restore them and stuff. And yeah, slightly related news, I did want to... the people at Barbie Bricks and Beyond, they did say to me that I should try checking out the Australian Barbie Collectors Club, which I'm actually quite nervous about, because I only really go to these doll things with my friend, and I don't go by myself. And I'm not sure if she's willing to make... She'll be able to make the commitment to go to a lot of these meetings, so I don't know if I should try joining up by myself and stuff. But apparently there's a lot of different kind of... yeah, there's a lot of different opportunities that I could get from there, and that it would be really nice to have sort of like a little doll club that I can just go to, just to, like, you know, not think about the rest of my life about. But yeah, I'm still a really shy person, and it's still really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that other people like listening to me talking about dolls. So yeah, I guess if there is a meeting that's happening at a convenient time for me, like, I'll probably try to check it out, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my doll video, and I hope to see you guys soon.